So I'm having one of those perfectly normal days where you sit on the floor of your office and sort through stuff. Because we've had a big clear out in the warehousing downstairs. So that means throwing lots of stuff out, which is good, because that's very liberating. But then you get these things that you don't know what to do with. These were from, I think, 2009, where we bought some coffee from Aida. Or maybe she gave us some to auction off. As a roaster, anytime somebody prints your logo on one of these, then they're very hard to throw out. And this one's a Cascara bag. This was probably the first Cascara in the UK. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. But I'm probably 75% sure that the first Cascara turned up in this. And what do you do with it? It's covering me in jute. But more than that, it's this little moment that is meaningful to me and us. So it's hard to throw it away, but what am I gonna do with it? Just pull it out and look at it? And you end up with boxes of this stuff as a coffee company. You just accumulate these very physical sort of memories. And maybe the memories are enough and it's okay to let the stuff go. This stuff I'm not throwing out, but I wanna work out what to do with that's good soon. Yeah, it's been a day for thinking about this stuff. And also cleaning up, because that's good. So now life is so much less messy. Except for this room, which is now like a little bit messier than it was. Not that it's ever been, you know, like a Zen masterpiece. One day I'll have like a Zen office of minimalism and goodness, and maybe I'll even work in there, who knows. We're having a square mile field day, field trip. I don't know what we call this.
Field trip. Yeah.
Field trip.
Fun times.
We're gonna go, fun times. What is it, fun times?
Well,
fun times is a separate thing. So we're gonna go to the Björk VR exhibition at Somerset House and be in virtual reality.
Sounds about right.
How was your virtual reality experience?
It was great. It was really good. Well, the first VR experience when she was on the beach and she would like walk around you, she had to spin around to see it. That was good. That was good. And it was a good song as well, so that was nice.
I really wish we'd been able to film inside the Björk VR exhibition, though at the same time it'd mostly be people sitting around with headsets on looking kind of weird. It makes it feel very possible to do cool stuff in VR, and that's something I really do want to do. And it's weird because on the one hand, it is very isolating, you know? At work where we have a headset, the policy is you're not allowed to take a photo of anyone wearing the headset because it kind of pulls you out of the experience to constantly be worried about looking stupid. The potential for empathy and actually understanding the experience through someone else's eyes is so interesting and so powerful that I'm just a little bit obsessed with that. There's definitely something there. This is the classroom. We've had Q going on in here this week, as well as in the cupping lab next door. I don't know why the neighbours are burning things. So I figured I'd come up here maybe for the last time this year. It seemed a good time of day to talk about a thing that came in the mail that I bought, which was this. It's written by a friend of mine, a guy called Jason Sheltis. And Jason is a founder of Market Lane in Melbourne. He's one of the founders there. He was a roaster in London for Monmouth when I first met him, back when Square Mile started. And he's written a pretty great book, because I think he's written a book that you'll want to give people. It's a book to give someone who likes coffee that is going to get them in a little bit deeper. What I really like is that Jason mixes objective and subjective. There's a lot of opinion in this book. I like that. If you're watching this and you want to give a book at Christmas, give this one. The illustrations are cool. Everything looks good. So yeah, I'll stick a link below. Good morning. I'm here at work a little bit early this morning. It's like 20 to 7 still, because I'm recording a podcast with somebody in Australia. So, you know, I can't make them stay late at work, so I'm going to come in early. We're going to record that. It's going to be a good one. And then on with the day.
This afternoon, I went down to Old Spitalfields Market, where they have right now, as part of London Cocktail Week, they have put on like a cocktail village in the middle of the market. Tia and Maria were down there. They were using our coffee because Annette was doing some stuff with them and doing some coffee cocktails. It was pretty quiet because it was the middle of the day, which is good. I was kind of blown away at how kind of bro-y and male cocktail culture still is. And it was interesting, it reminded me of how coffee culture was going in the mid-2000s in the UK, where like I think there was like a big drive from the Italian style stuff to be like more like bartenders and to have kind of flaring type barista competitions that were a lot more about show and not really about product. And the rise of the WBC and its current format kind of killed those pretty quickly. But I'm glad coffee didn't go that way. As much as I love cocktails and I love cocktail bars, aspects of the culture, like I'm really not into.
For you.
Oh, thank you. Another day, another event at Square Mile. We have the London Latte Art Smackdown on tonight. There's going to be a lot of people. There's been heats going on. I think one of the earlier vlogs had a little bit of a heat that I judged. So a lot of people coming. A lot of beer. We have a lot of beer. Lots of beer. It should be a good night.
Peter's plethora of prizes.
I like these long views down the road when it's empty. So that was a busy night. I think a success. I will see you next week. There's some really interesting stuff coming up, so subscribe. I'll see you next week.